Good day, everyone. We are the Group 3 and we are here to present the Star of Diversity Champion of Social Category Differences in terms of race in the workplace. Before we start the presentation, allow us to introduce ourselves first. I am Queen Kimberly Ceniza.
I am Glaiza Guevarra.
I am Camille Bueno.
I'm Keziah Teope.
Piola, Krizel, Salivia.
I am Justine Ranillo.
And we are from BS Hospitality Management 3B. Before we start with the story, let me discuss briefly what race is. Racial discrimination in the workplace can be defined as any exclusion, restrictions, or preference based on race, color, descent, or national or ethnic origin, which has the purpose of impairing an employee's ability to exercise their rights to equal standing in the workplace. According to the study of Professor Anthony Gatling, minority hospitality students working in the industry experience a high level of discriminations and have a lower level of career satisfactions. Black students reported the second highest level of discriminations, followed by Asians, Latinos, and white students. Career satisfactions has been found to have a significant relationship to employee turnover and financial and customer satisfactions implications. In this, we can say that experiencing racism, not only in the workplace but also in school or anywhere, can really give a big impact on the life of anyone. It gives a trauma and can disappear or lessen their confidence in showing what they are and what they can do. So for today, we will share a story of a black woman who experienced the racism in the workplace but that only herself but also to help other people who experience the same situation she experienced. In that, she became successful and inspired her to build an organization where her businesses delivers initiatives to support the upward social mobility of people color within the sector. They hold events centering on the voices of those previously unheard, and they have a diversity and inclusions consultancy which provides training, advisory services, and move towards equitable workplaces.
For that, let's start with the inspiring story of Miss Lorraine Copes. Lorraine Copes is the founder and CEO of Be Inclusive Hospitality. She is from Birmingham and of Jamaican parentage. Her career began in hospitality close to 2 decades ago after completing her logistic degree at Aston University. Up until 2020, she spent her career full-time as a procurement leader for national, regional, and international brands including Corbin and King, Gordon Ramsay Restaurant, and Shake Shack. She is now a procurement consultant for quality-led hospitality organization, and her time is split to include being the founder and CEO of Be Inclusive Hospitality CAC. It's a not-for-profit organization with a mission to accelerate race, equity, and equality within hospitality, food, and beverages. She is also a certified life coach. Lorraine Cope's earliest childhood memories are dominated by music and food. Sundays were special. Every Sunday morning, her dad would turn on the hi-fi system and play the sweetest sounds of Jamaican. Her mom typically started dinner preparation on Friday with seasoning the meat, usually mutton or chicken, and soaking of the kidney piece usually followed on Saturday night. Sunday was filled with Jamaican music and food, rice and peas, plantain, curried mutton, and Guinness punch. Those memories are deeply rooted in who she is today, with her parents building the cultural ties that remains in all the things that she loves up until now. Being born to Jamaican parents often comes with an insistence to pursue further education because of the opportunities it could allow for. She chose to complete BS in Logistics, and this choice purely based on being able to secure a well-paid job after graduating. It was neither a passion nor an interest in Lorraine.
Fortunately, because of her degree, she found herself working within the pub sector straight out of the university. For now, this band joint venture between the Spirit Group, now Green King, and Punch Taverns. Through her job as forecast and data analysis, it had her bored to tears in this role. She met her first mentor, Sharon Law, and realized that without being an actual chef, that she could work with food and drink closely, enough to better understand it and even better taste it. With this newfound discovery, she is slightly diverted by job function towards procurement, and she went onward and upward to work within contract, catering, casual dining, and was recently fine dining. Over the years, she has worked for brands such as Shake Shack, Gordon Ramsay, and Corbin King. She was able to do so through firstly hard work, but secondly through having a string of role models and mentors who supported her along her path. Throughout her career, she has enjoyed her job and came to love procurement, but she has always had yearning to find that passion, that thing she would happily do for free. She initially found that feeling in mentorship. She said that Black or Asian employees have always gravitated towards her, she assumed because of the rarity of seeing someone that was from a similar background to them in a senior role, and thus she have enjoyed supporting others. She then went onwards to complete a diploma in coaching, and it was this point that it was really dawned on her that nothing brought her more joy than being able to help others move forward, progressing within their personal or professional lives. As a coach, she feels free, being able to show up as her authentic self and help people move forward to realize their full potential. This study then led her to reflect, and she realized that throughout her career to date this has not always been the case. She has often felt separate, prejudged, and othered, yet she was still able to progress as she now builds her own organization where she can help others, but her journey was mostly an uncomfortable one, and being in leadership positions, she had an epiphany.
In addition, not only in the workplace she experienced racism, she also said that in her personal experience as a black person and a woman, as one of a feeling like an outsider. She often finds herself in rooms filled with people, none of whom look like her. In that, some people will not interact with her because of her skin color. She have often attended wine events and found others unwilling to engage with her until they realized who she worked for. But as she took a course, which is Wine and Spirit Education Trust, she have found that wine experts have a way of creating mystic and complexity around wines, which creates barriers for those who do not have the same level of wine education. She is an extrovert who thrives on connecting with others and recognize that this will be truly a collective effort to drive long-lasting change. She believes that we will do this through collaborating with all whom champion equality as we do. Also, her personal aim is to ensure that anyone intent on entering the sector and those who currently working within in the industry have an improved, more inclusive experience to the one that she did. They will not have to search high and low, see role models that look like them. They will have the support of community and infrastructure to help their careers and business flourish. She stated that similar to her parents shaping her future, cultural ties and that remains today, be inclusive hospitality will help to shape the future of hospitality industry. What does this future look like? The future of hospitality is a more diverse industry from top to bottom with no glass ceilings for anyone and where anyone can fulfill their potential.
Now, she attended many seminars and webinars where she is invited as a guest speaker to share experience about the diversity in hospitality industry. So, in all of this, as we know and see the story of Miss Lorraine, we can say that we can be also successful on our own despite the struggles and discrimination that we may face. We need to fight and be strong to meet the equality that is right for us. In this improving racial and ethnic diversity in the workplace often challenges the values and worldview of current employees. For this reason, introducing diversity initiative is both challenging and necessary for companies looking to create a more inclusive corporate culture. How companies introduce racial and ethnic diversity initiative matters. To successfully introduce diversity initiatives, companies need to take a structured approach that involves a swaying feeling of uncertainty about the future of the company and effectively communicating new policies aimed at protecting workers belonging to certain racial and ethnic groups. At the same time, companies should communicate realistic expectations to members of minority groups regarding the new policies to ensure they understand the goal and scope of the initiatives. Companies can communicate new racial and ethnic diversity policies by creating a consistent message delivered and sent to all hierarchical levels through email, internal media networks including social media, and placing posters in the high traffic areas. Messaging should also be designed to accommodate the different language and literacy levels of employees to ensure everyone understands the new policies.
We should also consider that as hospitality workers are recalled back, consider the racial implications that are related to historical racial discrimination against Black Americans. Labor union must be brought to the table to find practical solutions that are fair to the existing workforce while achieving equality for all. It is not about displacing our white, Asian, and Latino brothers and sisters. It is about ensuring that all have access to career opportunities. Hospitality organizations should partner with academic institutions to strengthen the pipeline of qualified Black candidates for management positions. Establish transparency in reporting racial representation by job class. The true commitment to diversity is demonstrated by ensuring the equitable inclusion of all. By reporting job class representation throughout the organizational hierarchy, students and employees can have more confidence that the system is just and equitable and will lead to higher perceptions that career success is possible. Lastly, the individual level. Black employees must work to increase their personal resilience and self-efficacy. The fight for equality is difficult. This is very important for young people because over time, the experience of racism can have long-term psychological effects, up to and including post-traumatic stress disorder. Hospitality organizations must act on claims of discrimination and set zero-tolerance policies that have consequences for those found to engage in racist behavior. So that's all for our diversity champion in the unique characteristic in the terms of race. We hope that the story of Miss Lorraine inspires you to strive hard and don't lose hope and confidence. Just be you and show to the world that you are worth it and you have the potential. Show that our social categories differences are not reason for others to discriminate us because we have our own uniqueness and special abilities and skills. We are human also that needed to respect and treat equally. Our social category differences cannot really define who really we are. So, as Miss Lorraine stated, it is important to remember it's up to all of us to build the future. That's all and thank you for listening.